Welcome, Diane. Can I ask you a question with regards to how you're...
Ask me any questions. Come on. You insist.
Okay, thank you. Is it true when you first had aspirations as a songwriter that your support was a bit divided in the household, in the respect that your mother was trying to persuade you to get a normal day job, so to speak, but your father was very supportive, and later on you actually wrote a song in dedication for that?
Yeah, when I wrote Because You Loved Me, I was kind of thanking my dad for believing in me. But yeah, my mom was not really supportive. Not because she was, a bad person, more like she knew it's a hard life, to make a living as a songwriter. Who would have known if, I knew I was going to make it because I was going to do that or die trying, but she didn't. And, so she was kind of doing that, looking out for me in her own way. And I think it was good that I had that to fight against, because I had to kind of prove it to her. So that, and my dad were a good combination for that.
And you mentioned the song Because You Loved Me, which Celine Dion recorded, was in fact a dedication to your father's support.
Yeah, I was thinking about my dad when I wrote the song. When I was writing the song for the movie, it was her, Michelle Pfeiffer, I can't talk. Her character was saying something to Robert Redford's character that was like that, and I thought, let me tap into what I'm feeling about my dad, and I did, so that's where that came from.
How difficult was it for you to, in the American music business, to eventually break through and get that first hit? I believe you did some work with Laura Branigan, was it, first of all, and then your first big hit was Rhythm of the Night. Yeah. How long was it?
Actually, it's funny, it took me a while, it was 1985, it's when I was 2. And it's funny because last time I was in Russia was about 21 years ago, and I remember meeting. Russia was still communist, and I remember meeting somebody. All these American writers were here to meet Russian writers, and someone said through the interpreter, "What songs have you written?" And I said, "Rhythm of the Night," and I started singing it, and this kid who knew no English said, "DeBarge, DeBarge," and I was like, "Wow, the power of music, to break through the Iron Curtain at the time, powerful."
Your catalogue of hits is huge. Are there, I suppose you class them all as your babies in a way, but are there any particular songs which you've written which stand out and have special meanings for you, and if so?
Yeah, they are like, a lot of them are like my kids. But I have a lot of real special ones no one's heard yet. I have some really great new songs coming, so I'm excited about those, And one I wrote for Whitney Houston called I Didn't Know My Own Strength. I think that's going to be massive. And wait till you hear her sing. She's back. She's back.
We look forward to that. So moving on now to your participation in the Eurovision Song Contest, can you just tell me how this started? And have you worked with Andrew Lloyd Webber before? Did you share a friendship before? How did this start?
We'd met a couple of times in L.A., and I'm a huge, huge fan. He's brilliant. He's a legendary, brilliant, genius composer. When he asked me to do the song for Eurovision, I was like, I'm not saying. I don't usually co-write. I write by myself. But when he asked me to do that, I was like, there's no way I will ever say no to that. It's just what an opportunity. I can learn something. I was really excited. I couldn't wait. I wanted to come out the next day. I had to wait a couple weeks. I'm like, but when things happen, I want things to happen fast. So.
Had you heard about the Eurovision Song Contest before in America?
Yeah, I'd heard of it. I'd known that ABBA broke out of it and Celine Dion had, but I didn't really know anything about it. I knew slightly more than most Americans, which wasn't anything at all, really. But I'm learning. I'm a quick learner. So.
And what have your thoughts been, having now experienced the arena and the stage?
I haven't seen the arena or the stage. But I've seen some of the performances. I'm excited. It's pretty lively, and there's some really good songs, and it's such a huge thing here,
Do you have any plan to take It's My Time back to try and break into the Billboard charts, for example? And do you think this could be a hit in America?
I do. I think it could be a hit in America. I would love to do that. I hope. Jade is a great artist. She should be an international artist, and I think that could be a huge hit for her.
So would you rule out the possibility of working with Andrew Lloyd Webber and perhaps Jade again in the future? Are there any plans of collaboration going forward?
I would never say no to either. you know. So I'm there.
And finally, Diane, you mentioned this track for Whitney Houston. Who else are you working with at the moment, and who should we be looking out for Diane Warren hits in the next 12 months from which artists?
A lot of stuff. Sean Kingston, I just did a great song with him. A duet with Akon and Chantal, that's kind of a big hit in the UK now. Another song on Akon. So much stuff. I don't even know what am I doing, Julie? What else? I always forget what I'm working on. Lenny Kravitz, a great song with him. Huh? Oh, Jennifer Hudson. I'm going to work on her next record again. Estelle. Oh, yeah, I did a great song with Estelle and Slash that I think is like, no one's ever heard anything like it. I'm so excited about that. And Keisha Cole, we're going to work with her. I mean, just tons of, I don't know who I'm working with. Tons of stuff.
We look very much forward to hearing them, Diane.
Stuff out 'cause I can't. I'm a little, Usher, yeah.